Good evening and welcome to Collector Cars. I'm Lance, your host. Folks, don't ask.
They don't even know yet.
I have no idea. They'll see as soon as they pan back on all of this. Tonight we have with us, and I was the last one here, so what these guys did with the set before I got here, I don't know.
Huey,
Mr. Petty,
Dewey, and Louie.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie. That's right.
Huey?
Hey,
Yeah.
we got the gangs all here again,
Yeah, that's
right.
which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill.
But,
Bill's
buddy.
done taking a break.
Sure.
But guys, what is this cruising in the jungle?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
raining.
Yeah.
cruising in the
Everything's
jungle.
growing.
You know, we've had so much rain.
They had some roof leaks.
Yeah, and look
things
what grew.
started.
It just sprouted.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys got to hurry up with the show. I have
You
to
know,
be. I have to be back to the home in a half hour.
Really? See, that's why he hasn't been with us.
That's right.
Yeah, the
They
bus.
wouldn't let him out. He was bad. He was on restriction. They wouldn't let him out of the home for the last, month or so.
And they ran out of Thorazine.
Yeah. I tell you, one of the things that we always do up here is have a good time and have fun.
Yeah.
We do?
Yeah, you folks, actually, I cut them off on some of this. You should see what they really had planned. They were going to turn it into the rainforest, see? Anyway.
We can't do that because of the air conditioning. It would snow.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I know. And I know Billy has to put her heavy socks
Socks
on,
on,
and all
coat
that, her
on,
heavy
yeah.
coat when we do this.
Yeah.
But isn't it good to see Mr. Trier again?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Mr.
Yeah.
Trier.
Isn't that good?
Here.
Thank you.
Here.
Boy, look at that. Pay you guys
See
$25
that?
to
See
say
that?
anything.
Yeah, for $25, they'll say anything.
Not true.
No? Cost $10.30.
Bill called me this week. Now, naturally, I told everybody Bill was taking some time off because he had to get caught up on his appraisals and all kinds of stuff.
I'm still off.
Working on, well, we know you're off, Bill,
Okay,
but,
well,
working on the new car, got himself another, is it a Marquis?
No. Crown
What is
Vic.
it? Oh, Crown Vic.
Right.
Got the new Crown Vic, sold the Chevy, he's got the MG up for
MG.
sale and all that. So he's had a lot of stuff he's been kind of wrapping up. So hopefully now that we're getting closer to September, because he actually told me September, as we get closer to the end of September, hopefully we'll have Mr. Trier do a couple of his montage things
Yeah,
for
we got
us.
some neat ideas, and we got some neat ideas from the cruisers. Give
Cool.
some good suggestions. And
Very
that's
cool.
more of it. You guys keep giving us the ideas because we got some neat stuff coming up.
But the main thing we want to talk about with Bill tonight is the AACA show. I got to tell you, I've said it before, I've said it on air, I've said it on a microphone. AACA Club in Venice is to me, one of the feature clubs in the area.
Yeah.
You guys do more. You stay together. You're together not just once a month for a meeting or once a year for a car show. You guys are partying all week long. Going to breakfast, going to lunch, doing things, and this is the off season. The snowbirds are gone. A lot of your members are up north, and still you're packing your tours and everything else.
Well, we have just so many things going that we love, and it starts with the people. The cars are great, but if you don't have the people and the camaraderie, that's fun and people working together. I know even with our show, Mark and then Mary, years back, they worked a lot on that show. And people go through and they take
Yeah.
turns and do this, and we get new people coming in doing them, and
Like I said in my email last week, family.
that's right.
It's like a big family.
Yeah.
The club is like a family. The shows that I do are like a family. Each individual group is like a family.
And you're the dad.
Well,
kids.
something like that. Yeah, somebody have actually pictured me a lot older than that. Actually,
Our
older than
allowances
Trier.
due again.
So
Yes.
what are we
Oh,
doing?
allowances.
Allowances due, Dad. So what are we doing this year? One of the things that AACA has always done is they've stayed up with the times. When you saw, I went to complete open shows, my goodness, 8-9 years ago, and everybody said I was crazy, some people complained, but where is it all gone? Good guys, NSRA, they're all doing the same thing. They're all going to open shows. AACA now, you go right up to current.
Oh yeah, we the
Have a late
old
model
adage
class.
of it's antiques and classics has been over with for years.
Yeah.
And you have to change with the times. You change in your shows. That's the whole hobby just changes like all the rest of the world keeps changing. And there's more and more collector cars coming up now as years go on. What we grew up with brand new is now collector cars today, but it's
Yeah.
Exactly.
but we've had that show going now for 23 years.
Wow.
And the big focal point there for us to do something for the community is to raise money for the kids from the high school for scholarships.
For scholarships.
And we've done that for years, and it's just great to do that. So many of the people don't realize, with all the cruises and with all the shows that going on, most all your shows are some kind of benefits. It's not just people sitting out there showing off cars.
Right.
Yeah, we do that too, but I mean it's to help people,
Right.
help the communities, help just like you guys do with Rolling Thunder and all the different shows you guys do, and Bill's working with his shows and things that they do. So, but anyway, we're going to be having that October 3rd. That'll be on Sunday on October 3rd, and we can get up to about 250 cars in that beautiful Centennial Park. And in, Centennial Park in Venice is a beautiful location because it's in the old historic part of Venice. The shops are open up and down the street, and the ambience of the whole thing is just a neat setting for a car show, and that's where it's been for years. So that's a lot of fun. And then it's open to all kinds of cars. So the judging is kind of modified AACA, but it's not stringent, and we have lots of nice trophies. But we want all different kinds of cars, and that's what makes
That's what makes
it
the
go.
show.
And that's what brings people
Now-
to your shows, because you got so much for everybody.
Quick question. I've had people come to the show, and when I put on a show, that you're going to have X percentage of people are happy, content, they love it, and you have X percentage that are looking for something to complain about, or well, why don't you change this, or why don't you change that? One of the things that I have heard, and I understand the theory behind it, was why have a big open area and then a whole group of cars and a group of cars and have another open area? The layout, the actual layout of how you put the cars in are by class. And the only way you can do that is either, naturally with your pre-registered, you get an idea how many are in the class, but you have to go by last year's numbers.
Yeah.
So last year, if you had 40 T-Birds, so in the T-Bird class, you need 40 spots if they all come again.
Yep.
Okay, one year you may have a lot more Mustangs than T-Birds or whatever.
Exactly, right,
So
that's-
it's a difficult thing to do, and the people don't realize. And I remember one year there was a big open area in the middle, and everybody seemed to be kind of around it. And they were like, "Well, what is this?" It's because they didn't understand that you need that kind of a layout for the judging.
Right, we really
And
don't
so-
know what the layout is going to be till we get into really the morning of the show, because we can get some feed on it from what we had last year, but then as the cars come in, like you say, there can be an awful lot more in this class, just a few back in this class, and we plan for 10 or 15 there. So we try to keep it flexible so we can start to, as we see the show filling, then we can start to move things around a little
But
bit.
part of-
We're trying to working harder and harder, trying to eliminate, when the show's all up and set up, all of a sudden you got a whole area where there's 10 empty spots,
But
Right.
part of that is the way the place is set up, because it's surrounded by the sidewalks and everything else. You have a limited area.
Right.
And you have to mark off certain sections knowing that they're coming.
Now you've been with AACA a long time. You, Dave, or Shot.
Oh, yeah, they've worked a lot on that show for years past,
Right.
so I mean, they know.
It's not an easy thing to put
No.
together. It's not an easy thing to pull off. Mr. Bergens, I saw him last year. I've never seen Bill really, looking like he was stressed out, but last year he was.
We've had up to 40,
tough to get it together.
40 members working that show during the day,
Yeah.
and that's pretty good work on it. We've got a big club, fortunately. We have about 165 individual people in the club, so we've got, fortunately, a lot of people we can draw from. But it takes a lot of work to run that show all day
Oh,
long.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
another thing I wanted to mention, too, is that you are such a great part of our show and have been for so many years. Lance has just done so many things for our club and helped us with trophies, not just being there spinning the music that day, but all things he does all during the year, and helping us with dash plaques and trophies and many other things and suggestions, and we really appreciate it, Lance. And
Taking the flyers around,
he
making
does
sure people know
he
what's
also does
going
all
on.
the flyers, so he does a lot of work for not only us, he does that for everybody else. I mean, that's another thing that makes you so successful, is that you really encourage all these other types of shows, and
Thank you, man.
and we appreciate your help.
Thank you. And also, they give me free hamburgers.
We changed that this year.